We're at the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon, where tonight the USA Junior National Select Team takes on the world's best 19-year-old or younger stars in the 2011 Nike Hoop Summit.
Bismack Biyombo, Republic Democratic of Congo, power forward.
In the NBA playoffs, here's a look at the starting lineups. Fournier, Welcher, Biyombo, Ponitka, and Pangos going for the world team. McAdoo, Davis, Beal, and Rivers and Teague. And here we go from Portland, Oregon. It is controlled by the world team. New averaged 11 rebounds per game at his high school this past season in Norfolk, Virginia.
Biyombo came across that lane extremely quick. He is a big man that has great feet, great athleticism. He's very explosive to the basketball, as you see there. Let's keep an eye on him because he's another one that has the NBA scouts talking about. He's a raw athlete, but very, very quick and explosive.
And he has put his name in the NBA draft. Bismack Biyombo. Meantime, Austin Rivers drops the free throw, and USA now within one of the world team in the opening quarter. Tony Roten in the game now, the left-hander who's going to play for Lorenzo Romar at Washington next year, and he drives to the basket and has the ball knocked out of bounds.
By mom or mom and dad or grandma or auntie that's gone on in this team, but it's been a village that have raised these young men because they are excellent in their personalities and how they approach adults.
Isherwood High School led that school to 3 straight state championships. First time that's been done. Here's Neto. And down low, trying to go to Biyombo, who's from the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Well, right now, the world team's going to make some adjustments because that first quarter, what was on display was the USA's defense. Up the line defense, pressure defense, their athleticism. They blocked a ton of shots. They've got the world team at 14% from the field, 16% from the three-point line. And they're going to have to make some adjustments to go inside. And you saw an excellent opportunity. The quickness of Biyombo is just incredible for a guy his size to be able to move like that.
They had him doubled and he still spun to that baseline.
This is a very long basketball team.
Biyombo trying to take it back inside. This is a marvelous talent, and I talked to some NBA scouts yesterday who said he might be a first-round pick this year at the age of 18.
Well, the reason for that is he's strong, he's athletic, he's quick of foot. Look at this post move. He's very, very agile for a guy his size, but yet he's still raw. What I mean by that is he hasn't refined his game where he's not smooth and polished, so his upside is huge, and I think that's why so many pro scouts look at him right now and say, boy, he has a chance to be a good player.
Ernie, he was introduced to basketball in high school. 2 weeks later, he was on the national team.
How about that?
Unbelievable. He then went to Yemen and then also to Spain. He's playing for Spain, where he had a little mix-up there because they didn't want to let him out of his contract to play in this game, but he had it written into his contract. This game, the Nike Hoop Summit, was so important to Bismack Biyombo. He had it written into his Spain contract that he could get out and play in it, and here he is.
Well, and the reason it was important is for the NBA scouts to see him up close and personal, and he's certainly working very hard to make sure they do see him. And if you don't see me now, you will see me soon, because that was pretty impressive to go up and dunk on 3 USA players. Not 1, not 2, 3 USA players.
Hakeem Olajuwon didn't have a lot of experience before he became a major star at Houston.
Seconds to get it over.
Gilchrist gets it forecourt. Cook gets it to a teammate, and Tony Roten is fouled and slammed to the turf. Tony Roten quickly up, and he'll be moving. I was talking with Tony, who will be heading to the Washington Huskies next year, but it did not go in. Bismack Biyombo is the star from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and he showed a great move there.
Player, another well-mannered kid. Really like his attitude, really like the way he approaches you, and he's another one of those players that are going to be a great one there for those Carolina fans to look at.
Did they say the basket is good? Was it a goaltend? I know there was a foul call, but it was on the shot, so did they call it a goaltend? James McAdoo now sits down. Right now they have not put 2 points up on the board, so apparently it was not a goaltend. I thought one of the officials called it that. Biyombo, meantime, misses the first foul shot.
Biyombo is one of those players also that in Europe you can be on loan to another club. You can play for one club and they can loan you over to another club at a lower level to play as well too.
A miserable 24% from the field. Now 50% from the line, and coming with a loose basketball is Anthony Davis. Ahead to Tony Roten, the ultra-quick point guard from Seattle. Moves it inside to Christmas. Great pass, but he could not finish. Pangos. Finally, they get a...
It was so exceptional in 3 passes, and they get a layup.
Anthony Davis has it knocked away. There's Rivers off the glass and good.
They can shoot it, can dribble it, they can field, they can do a number of things. But look at this pass here. He has an opportunity to be a terrific player at the collegiate level because Washington has a lot of finishers all over the floor. They have guys that can dunk the ball. They're going to have guys that can knock down threes.
The speed of the game is disrupting us, so they're just saying, hey, take a step, slow down. Defensively, they're looking for more rebounds. Only 6 defensive rebounds for the world team in the second half, so they're looking to clean up on the glass here in the second.
Biyombo down the lane, Rebecca, and he scores after Davis on the other end is close to a double-double.
Biyombo 6'9", runs on his toes. I mean, what an athlete. He's so fast up and down the floor.
He and Lucas Riva have both declared for the NBA, so they are eligible to be drafted this year at the age of 18.
Bounds extremely well. He can score. He's the complete package. And again, another one of those very intelligent basketball players.
Marcus Tees has it blocked by Biyombo. Marcus's brother Jeff was a super player at Wake Forest and now playing for the Atlanta Hawks, and his dad Sean played for Rick Pitino at Boston University.
Do you understand why they did not want him to come over here now, Steve? Because he is putting on a show for the pro scouts right now. I mean, you just don't get an opportunity to see that type of explosiveness in a young player that can go up in traffic and dunk the basketball. 4
of 6 from the floor for 8 points, and Gilchrist with a nifty pass to Davis, and Davis is beginning to...
And I think people are going to love the torso.
Poland's Ponitka scores at the other end. Pulling it down, Bradley Beal, the 6'4", 220-pound, 17-year-old player from St. Louis Chaminade Prep, going to Florida. Getting it off to Marcus Teague. And Teague barely got it off in time. It hits the front of the iron.
He barely got it off, but the world team is having a problem with the quickness on the floor. And not only the quickness, but the length of USA, because they're doing a great job of getting in the gaps on the offensive end of the floor, and they're attacking that zone where even though it's a zone, they're not standing around. They're penetrating and making basketball plays and still getting to within 2 feet of the bucket. But if you watch this pass here.
Coaches in the game, Josh Pastner. Lute Olson taught him well. Neto, bounce pass to Biyombo, who is knocked down.
Biyombo, I mean, when people sometimes say they look like a man, what we mean by that, he's just fully developed. His body is just strong. He's explosive around the bucket. He has great hops to get the block. What a specimen. You can understand why they didn't want this young man over in the country right now.
Defense to recover.
Kentucky has the best winning percentage in the history of the game.
For the basketball.
His father coaches in a small town in Latvia, and he literally had to the keys to the gym, and that's why he was able to go there so often. Davis Bartans from Latvia plays for Olympia junior team there.
I believe that's the 9th block for the world team. USA has 10 blocks in the game. It tells you again about the athleticism on the floor.
Austin trying to take his man. Instead, he goes to Beal, who makes a marvelous quick move and kicks it out. Teague with the floater. Seconds to get it across the shot, across the timeline. Biyombo goes inside, but gets fouled by the USA. And it has been a block party tonight.
Well, it certainly has, and I'll tell you, with both teams having the athleticism to get up and down the floor, Gilchrist on the block. He's played phenomenal in the game. And then again, even on the other side of the floor, Biyombo says, get that stuff out of here. He's on the block. And again, he says, get it out of here. You understand why the pro scouts are drooling over his athleticism. this is an outstanding game with some great athletes on the floor.
4 years ago, a guy by the name of Nicholas Batum had a terrific game here at the Nike Hoop Summit. He now plays for the Portland Trail Blazers, and he's with our Rebecca Harlow. How about Austin Rivers going to Duke? Now has 20 points to lead all scores tonight. Biyombo, though, controlling inside. He now has a double-double with 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Well, you can see he's a young man that has not played a lot of basketball. He plays for club teams that didn't want him to come over here and play in this Hoop Summit because they didn't want the NBA scouts to see him, and you can see why. He's got such a great explosive game on him.
How tough, Ernie, is it to bring all-stars together in such a short time? You've been a coach 3 times, twice as an assistant, once as a head coach for Team USA.
Look at the bench over there. I look at this team and I watch them in practice. They're a very good basketball team together with each other to really get along with each other well.
Monica with a sweet move inside. And
there's from China that's played in this summit.
We've got to explain that because we have been told it goes by Ellen and also by Ellen Guan.
Another block on the floor. And Biyombo has just put on a display here.
He needs one more block for a triple-double.
He's so explosive off his feet. He's athletic, he has springs, but he just elevates so quickly. When you see how quick he gets up, you know, watching it at home doesn't do it justice. When you see him in person in practice, we saw this the last couple of days, he's just so active and he has such a great bounce in his run. He has 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 blocks. And my guess is the way USA attacks the basket, he's going to have an opportunity to get that triple-double.
Wow. And once again, fans, he has put his name into the NBA draft. And we were talking with several scouts yesterday who said, yeah, they're looking at him in the first round, even though he's 18 years old and just started playing basketball a few years ago because he is from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, 6'9", 240. And what they're doing is they're projecting this young man to see where he'll be, not now, but where he'll be 4, 5, 6 years down the road.
Well, get him over here and let him develop plan and practice against some great players. Get him in a situation where you got excellent weight rooms and strength coaches and trainers and all the things and all the intangibles that allow a player to develop. That's what the pro scouts are looking at. If we can get him in our system now and start to develop him. I mean, look at what he's done already. And again, he's played in a pretty good environment from where he's come from, but he has an opportunity to really grow. His upside is really, really good in this young man.
On the other side with the U.S. players, how well will the guys fit into certain programs? We already talked about Tony Roten seems to be perfect for what Lorenzo Romar does at Washington.
Davis, outstanding runner and player. So I look at it, Cook, Rivers going to Duke. Everybody does what the programs, how they play. Everybody on the floor fits. So that's recruiting, Steve. Somebody did a very good job of evaluating talent. Obviously, they're some of the best players in the country, but they fit what those teams do and how they play.
Anthony Davis coming out of the game with 1:44 to go as Bismack Biyombo will be at the free throw line, nearing a triple-double. This young man with 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 blocks. 12 points, excuse me, 10 rebounds, and the 9 block shots.
Laundry helping with his homework. Moms are the MVP.
Tony Roten inside, misses. McAdoo tries to take it back up and in, but he is fouled at the 132 mark of this game by Bismack Biyombo.
Who's going to Gonzaga. He fits the prototype Gonzaga point guard. He can shoot it. He's smart. He understands the game. Great leadership, too.
Tony Roten inside gets fouled. He'll be at the free throw line after he drove the lane through a nifty pass to his teammate Teague, who gave it right back to him. But Biyombo not only blocked the shot, but picked up the foul. And if Biyombo was able to pick up that block without fouling, he would have had a triple-double tonight to go with 12 points, 11 rebounds, and his 10th block.
I'm giving it to him because that was a good block. He made another great play on the ball. So, I mean, he's put on a display over here, Steve. Yeah. He really has. He's played very well in this game.
So new to the game, introduced to basketball in high school. Roten knocks down the foul shot to give USA a 14-point lead with 7.5 seconds left.
Thank you, everybody.
One more for the Wildcat.
I'm not sure if they're giving it to Biyombo or Lucas Riva Nogueira, but it's all over. as the shot will not fall by the U.S., but they do claim the victory in the 14th annual Nike Hoop Summit. The USA wins 92-80, and they now lead the series 11 victories to 3. Ernie.
Well, they did it in a way that they defended extremely well, but they played such unselfish basketball for superstars coming out of high school to come together like this.